We are gonna move on to fave number 2. As you know, during 10 faves, this is a variety show. So you're gonna see a lot of different kinds of things. We start off with beauty, and we also have some fashion. Now, Marla Wynne is back for a great spring visit, and she's brought along new, which is so fantastic. If you love Marla Wynne's designs, probably what you love about them, first off, is that she is a stickler when it comes to great fabric. And that's first off, the first thing that you notice here. Do you see the sheen that you've got here on this metallic topper? Great fabrication, really great cut. She always likes to have things that are a little bit flowing and forgiving, nothing tight, nothing cinched. You know, you're not gonna see Marla's pieces in general with like a tight middle or a tight belt, because she likes the flow. And many of us do too. So enjoy this one. It comes to you in either champagne metallic, this is the silver metallic, and it also comes in black metallic. And even if it doesn't show up in a metallic form on your screen, just know when you get it home, it's not ultra shiny, but it does have just a sheen to it that just makes it something extra special. What's great about a topper, and you're gonna order this one in extra small to 3X, it's a rayon nylon poly blend on this one that you can launder at home, just so you know. I wanna show you the back of it too, because Marla makes sure that everything, again, the cut, the fit, the construction is exactly right. The way that you've got that great seam going down the back, which means it's gonna be a comfortable fit for you. Because if it didn't have this, and if it was just one panel of fabric, then it might pull a little bit or tug a little bit. Let's say when you have to bend down or if you reach over to hug someone. Not gonna be the case here. Also, you'll notice the way that the collar is constructed right along the top, in that it stands up in the back, and then it just is a nice, easy flow all the way down. There are no buttons, there's no zippers or anything like that, because it's just made to be just an open, easy feel, an open, easy topper. And how do you wear a topper? You get dressed and then you throw it on top. That's it, that's how you wear a topper. There's really no secret to it. So a topper can go on top of a blouse and a pair of pants. It can go on top of a dress. It can go on top of jeans and a blouse or something of that nature. Just kind of easy breezy. If you have some of Marla's pants that she always likes to do, like an easy pant, this would be a really great accompaniment to work along with that as well, because it is a lightweight woven fabric. There's no stretch in here. Inherently, there's no stretch in here, but because it's made to be forgiving, like, just so you know, this one is the small. This one is the size small. But do you see how it's not tiny? It's supposed to have flow. It's supposed to have space and movement, because Marla, you know, as she designs, she says she wants things that are just forgiving and just comfortable to wear. She wants to easily get dressed in the morning. Not always, you know, not always pulling out a pair of jeans or something like that, and not always pulling out a pair of like sweatpants. She wants clothes that feel yummy, but look amazing. And that's what these are. And that's what this topper helps you to do. So let's say there's an occasion where you might wanna be a little bit dressier. Maybe not over the top, but a little bit dressier. I think these really great metallic colors of the champagne and the silver and the black can really help to fit the bill on that. But what I also like about these is that they don't have to be dressy if that's not the occasion for the day. They could be, very easily, but they don't have to be. You could just as easily throw these on if you are putting on like an easy kind of flowy pant and just going out for the afternoon. Because I think we need to kind of let go of, these are my dressy clothes, these are my casual clothes, these are my work clothes. It would be nice, and I think a lot easier to get dressed in the morning, if you had just a great wardrobe of pieces that could really kind of work back and forth with each other, just depending on how you style them. And this is one of those new pieces from Marla Wynne that are great for spring, nice and lightweight, but still gives you really great coverage as well. We've got a spring price on this where we did take $10 off of what will be our regular HSN price, and you have 4 flex pay on these as well. So for $32.48, you get these home, you enjoy, you slip them on top of anything that you want, because it's an easy topper in champagne, silver, or black. We'll have a full presentation with Marla